Yo, what's going on, guys? Slash Studios here. I'm making a Black Ops 3 video today, and what we're going to be discussing in this video is demons and ghosts. This has been showing up in the Call of Duty community a lot lately. Like Rug, his house is all screwed up. Adapt made a video about it. I'm talking about FaZe Adapt and FaZe Rug, by the way. So I thought I'd make a video about how my house is haunted, and I'm not trying to be a copycat by whatever means or whatever you think, but my house started getting haunted before they started making those videos, and I just don't like talking about this stuff because it really screws with my mind, because I don't know, it's just so weird to think about that people can't see you but you're actually there and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but that's how I feel. So my grandma, it started off, my grandma lived in this duplex, right, that my grandpa owned, because he started building this back in 1990s or something like that, because my grandma was coming from Georgia or something like that. I forgot exactly where, but she was coming from Georgia and she needed a place to live, so my grandpa thought he would make this duplex, right? And it wasn't on a cemetery or anything bad like that, because that would be terrible. But so my grandma moved in one side, my grandpa moved in the other, and she soon passed away, because she was probably 80 when this happened or something. And she passed away when I was roughly 3 years old or something. Roughly when I was 3 years old, that's what I think. I was really young, I don't quite remember. But so I was 3 years old when this happened, and so I was 3 years old when she passed away. And yeah, so here's where the next part of the story begins. Okay, over the past summer, my parents actually split up, and my mom needed a place to live. So the other part of the duplex was open because my grandma passed away and no one's been living in this in a while. So my mom thought it'd be a good idea to move in there. So before you know it, we packed up all our stuff and we were living in the other side of the duplex. And you might think it's not bad at first, but I'll get into it why it's bad. Now, when we first moved in, we thought it was all good and nothing was wrong, but we started hearing things down in the basement. And we would go down there and nothing would be there. But one night I stayed home alone and my mom was actually gone at a party or something like that. So I slept down in the basement, down in my mom's room, but I did not realize that my grandma actually passed away in this room. So here's where it starts to happen. So I fell asleep around midnight, so I was watching YouTube or something like that. And I woke up at 3 a.m. roughly. I don't remember the time exactly, but I remember it being 1 a.m., 3 a.m. roughly around there. So I woke up, I just woke up out of nowhere. I woke up wide awake. I was shivering. It was really freaky. So I woke up and I was shivering. And I was and I thought nothing of it. I thought maybe I left the window open or something like that, but that ended up not being the case. 2 minutes later, the PS3 turned on. I heard the beep of the PS3 turning on, that squeaky little beep noise. So I heard that, and all of a sudden I heard the motors in the freaking PS3 turn on. So I was freaked out. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know why it was doing that, but I thought maybe I bumped the controller or something, and I looked for the controller, and the controller was sitting on top of the freaking PS3. I started freaking out. I called my mom. She said just to stay still. It was fine. So I just laid back in bed. I laid down, prayed to God, and then the PS3 turned back off, and I just fell back asleep after that. And I asked my mom in the morning if that's ever happened to her, and she said, yeah, it happens tons of times. Happens every single night, almost. And it's not because of anything with the fuse box blowing out or something like that for the PS3, or it's got nothing electrical, because we called the electrical company. It's got nothing to do with that. I have no idea what it is. So yeah, that's all I got to say about my haunted house. There was some other things that happened, but they weren't too major. If anything else happens, I'll be sure to make a video about it. And yeah, so I just wanted to address how my house is haunted and really freaks me out and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to smack that like button and subscribe down below, and peace.